With Drita winning the league last season, we're out to reclaim the title. But before that, it's time for Europe. But even before that, we need some signings. Oh, we haven't signed anyone? Well, okay then. Straight into Europe it is. Well, that's not entirely true. We've signed loads of players, but we've offered them out for free to other Kosovan clubs in order to make their squads better so we can send our players on loan to them in the long run. But there isn't actually a single signing in the summer window that we'll be using. We'll have to go the hard way through qualis this year, as we didn't win the league. We're playing Dudelange from Luxembourg in the first qualifying round of the Conference League. First of all, we have a field day in the first leg, as we win 8-1 in Luxembourg. 2 goals each from Gilvan and Almendra earned them a 10.0 rating each as we hammered Dudelange. And the second leg got even better. We beat them 9-1 in the second leg to make it 17-2 on aggregate. Gilvan got a goal and 3 assists this time, and Suarez got himself a hat-trick to make it a 10.0 rating for both of them. We're now up against Torpedo Kutaisi of Georgia in the second qualifying round. We took an early lead in the 9th minute as Gilvan scored a free kick for the 3rd game in a row. Not a lot happened through the game until Torpedo scored the equalizer in the 91st minute. After only having 0.12 xG throughout the whole game, they've now scored the equalizer to make it a much tougher away fixture for us. After only 3 minutes of said away fixture, Cabral had a huge chance go bigging. He took a shot at an almost open goal, but Torpedo's goalie somehow got there and made one of the most ridiculous saves I've seen on this game. Torpedo then hit the bar in the 19th minute, before Gabriel Rodriguez decided to do this, which led to the Georgian side to hit the woodwork again.
On my mom's life, he's playing against us. On my nan's grave, he is playing against us. I swear to God. On my nan's grave, bro! He's playing against us!
Then it was our turn to hit the frame, as Torpedo's goalie tipped Cabral's shot onto the post. In the 79th minute, Jorginho split open our defense, so that Makaradze could just tap it in to take the lead. Just a minute after, Gilvan went through one-on-one with the goalie, but somehow managed to put it off target. That was our only real chance to hit back, as Torpedo defended well. So once again, we're out of Europe.
Sacked in the morning! You're getting sacked in the morning! Sacked in the morning! You're getting sacked in the morning!
The other Kosovan teams have actually done really well, except for Feritsai. Feritsai lost 5-3 on aggregate against Dinamo Batumi of Georgia. But Balkani and Drita have done wonders. Balkani faced Kano Salgiris of Lithuania in the first quali round and went through on pens after a thriller of a second leg. They then won 5-4 on aggregate against Borak Banja Luka of Bosnia before unfortunately losing 2-1 on aggregate to Aras Nakhchivan of Azerbaijan in the third qualifying round. But some brilliant coefficient points over there. Drita did even better. They first went through against Klaksvik in the Champions League qualies, before losing to Dunstreda and then to Derry City in the Europa League qualies. But they then won 4-1 against the New Saints to qualify for the league phase of the Conference League. We finally have a Kosovan team in a European competition. It would have been nice if it was us, but this series is about building Kosovo, so I'm gassed either way. They did go on to lose all 6 league phase games, but we've at least got a team to Europe. Those results means we've picked up an okay season in terms of coefficient points. We've got 2.375 points this season compared to the 1.25 from last season and a 0.5 from the one before that. So if we can keep building on that in the coming seasons, then we're getting somewhere. In the league, we started brilliantly with 3 convincing wins against Vystria, Kosovo and Balkani. Lukajini Kline then put us right back down to earth after making a comeback to win 2-1. We then beat Trepko 3-1 before being humbled by Liria, as we lost 5-2 despite both teams having 1.6 xG. Gilvan then got a brace in each of the next 2 games, which won 2-1 and 4-3 against Feritsai and Trepko 89 respectively. He celebrated that with a chicken dance. We would then face Yelani 3 times in the next 10 days. as we were facing them in the cup first and then in the league straight after. In the first leg of the cup, we drew 1-1 after a late equalizer from Korbalan. But in the second leg, we actually managed to lose 1-0, as Cisse once again made a big mistake leading to a goal.
What is the goalkeeper doing? Why are you there?
3 days later, we lost to Jelani again after another mistake from our goalie, but this time it's Matteo Sau, not Cisse.
What's the goalie doing?
We did make a valiant effort of a comeback, but it wasn't enough as we lost 3-2. So I decided to change a few things with a tactic. I changed the right and left centre backs to wide centre backs, and the DM to a halfback, so that he drops in between the back line in possession. And I also moved the left wing in to make it a space for Gilvan to operate centrally in. That worked well against Drita, as we won 1-0 in a very tight game. We got a bullshit pen halfway through the first half, which Suarez slotted away to give us a much needed win against title rivals Drita.
Yeah, I'm a genius.
That win does mean we're ahead of Drita in the table, but we're 4 points off Liria in first, so we'll have to go on a hot streak to catch them. And we did just that. We won 3-1 against Lapi, 2-1 against Velesnimi, and 3-2 against Pristina Array, before facing Malisheva at home. Gilvan gave us the lead after 34 minutes, and some great play by Nathan Rooms. New Maltese signing Aaron Pace would then make his debut on the same day he signed for us.
Because you know I'm all about that pace, no dribble.
Pace then scored just 3 minutes after coming on, but it did a bit of a questionable celebration. He then got his second in the 86th. Talk about an instant impact. We continued our great winning run by barely beating Pristina 1-0. We missed a pen and an open goal, but fortunately and deservedly walked away with the 3 points. After that win, and thanks to our 6-game winning run, we're comfortably in first, as we're halfway through the season. We're 5 points ahead of Drita and Jelani in second and third. Gilvan then scored a hat-trick in the next game, and Pace got his 3rd goal in 3 games, as we beat Kosovo 5-2. Musa Jassi then secured the 3 points 6 minutes after coming on against Vystria, before we won 5-1 against Balkani to make it 9 wins in a row and a 7-point gap down to Drita in second after 18 games played. Gilvan has also won the Player of the Month for December after a magnificent month with 3 goals and 3 assists. In the next game, our defense had a shocker. Cisse got lobbed by a header after 12 minutes. Jose Mendes then gave away a pen right before the break. So we're 2-0 down now. Dukini Kline then scored again as Arloni Lazzaroni got the assist. In the 86th, Renan Carlos got the most blatant red card I've ever seen, as all hope was now officially lost. Gilvan scored a pointless goal in the 90th minute, so it ended with a 3-1 defeat as we lost our first game since the end of October.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
We did hit back straight away though. We won 5-0 against Trepka as 5 different players scored to make it a dominant win. Liria then got beat 2-0 as we got our revenge from earlier in the season, and Suarez and Gilvan scored a cheesy goal each. Pace then scored this outrageous goal against Ferritsai, but it was called offside. Thankfully, Gilvan scored a brace in added time to make it a 2-0 win. That meant we're 9 points ahead of Trepka 89 in second and 10 points ahead of Drita in third. Trepka 89 are having a crazy good season, by the way. They've gone from surviving relegation to European contenders in 1 season. We've now got 2 league deciding games in a row, against Drita and Trepka 89. Against Drita, the hosts took the lead after a nice attack in the 29th minute. Straight after the break, we got a pen, which Suarez Panenka'd to equalize.
Ice in the fucking veins, mate!
In the aftermath of a corner, Almendra scored in the 88th minute to give us the lead. That would be enough, as we now have a 12-point lead at the top of the table, as Trepka 89 lost 3-0 to Balkani. We then deservedly won against Trepka 89 in the next game. Gilvan and Mikael Ortiz scored our 2 goals to make it a 2-0 win. And we're now 13 points clear of Drita in second and 15 points clear of Trepka 89 in third. In the next game, Suarez scored after 40 seconds. That ended up being the only goal as we won 1-0 against Jelani. And the thing now is, if we pick up a point or more against Lapi, we've won the league. We got a pen in the 18th minute as Lapis Krasniki decided to play volleyball. Suarez scored that and secured the win against Lapi, which means we've won the title for the second time in the club's history. And 4 games before the end as well. What a dominant league season. The next game against Velesnimi, we got a guard of honor. But we didn't actually win the game. We drew 2-2, which was also our first draw of the entire season. We then won 2-0 against Pristina away, 7-1 against Melisheva, and 4-0 against Pristina to close out the season. After a brilliant league season where we won the league by 17 points, the board has decided to give us a massive budget for season 6. So we now have to make some progress in Europe and ideally qualify for the league phase of one of the competitions.
Okay, we'll see what's gonna happen next, okay? Okay, we'll see what happens next, okay? Okay, we'll see what's gonna happen next.